Okay, I'm going to make this video relatively fast. Actually, I don't have to because I can just pee and then I can edit the video. I know it's Saturday and I usually make a video on Sunday, but no one's home right now, so I just decided. Plus a few things. My grandma came in my room this morning and said the eye doctor was giving glasses for the eclipse to everyone, but there was not enough for us. But he's going to give out 40. He has 40 left. And I'm just like, Grandma, I'm going to look at the eclipse without those glasses. And then she's like, ah! You can't do that. There is science behind that says it is bad for you. And I said, there is literally no proof of anyone actually looking into an eclipse and saying, oh, that burnt my eyes. All there is, there's scientific proven fact. Okay, where is it? It's just like evolution. This is what happened. These are bones. This is what happened. That's it. How, if we weren't there, how would we know? That's how my brain thinks. It says it has unlimited possibilities. That is how my brain works. When I hear someone just say one way of thinking, then I'm like, there's multiple ways of thinking. You can't just be given a piece of paper or read an article or be told this is a scientific study. You have to try it. You have to try it yourself. Because there are so many videos on YouTube, even ones that are true, but it's always a person saying, there was a study done in Harvard. There was a study done in this. There was a study. You try it. You have to try it. I'm listening to subliminals right now because I'm trying them. You should also, by the way, if you're listening to one subliminal, wait 20 minutes before listening to another subliminal because your brain needs to adjust to the new subliminal you're about to play. It's good advice. I need water. Hold on. Another thing we're lied to about in the media, like on that retarded show, The Doctors, or that retarded show, Dr. Oz, we're told that you can do... Let me imitate Dr. Oz. There is a new study out. He doesn't stutter that bad, but in my eyes, he is annoying as fuck. Ah! Put too much baking soda in my water because baking soda cures cancer, but not enough people know that. I put too much. If you put too much baking soda in water, you're only supposed to do a small amount. I put too much. It will dry your throat out, the baking soda will. So you have to use a small amount, not barely any. That's why if you're just doing it for water, baking soda lasts forever. One thing about intermediate fasting that people just don't seem to understand, even when I was in the emergency room from a seizure, people don't understand it. They're like, if you weigh that much, you shouldn't be intermediate fasting. Intermediate fasting raises testosterone in the morning, and it raises human growth hormone in the morning. I am doing pretty damn good for what I used to look like. I weighed 60 pounds senior year of high school. 60 pounds! I always wore black jeans and black jacket because I didn't want to show my body. Now I just don't fucking care. Another thing that makes my arms look smaller is that my body is bigger than my arms. Mostly because I like training my body over my arms. A lot of guys are insecure about their weight and their arms, mostly their arms, because in all those fucking magazines, they always show a bodybuilder with huge arms. Or those weird muscles in your neck. I think they're called your traps. And they're like, I want to be that. I want to be just like the people in the magazines. I want to be just like the people in the supplement pictures. No, you don't. Because those people worked hard for years to look like that. You just want to become that by buying the thing that they're promoting. Sorry, my screen just turned off. But you buy the thing that they're promoting because they're getting paid by the supplement industry, and it doesn't work for you. Why? Because it's a piece of shit. There are certain supplements that do work. I will admit that. But those protein shakes, stop consuming them. They don't work. And I love Rich Pania or Rich Panera or whatever his name is. He's the steroid user on YouTube that is a professional bodybuilder, and he tells you the truth about the supplement industry. He works for it, but he still tells you the honest truth about everything. He doesn't lie to you, and I love that. He admits he does steroids. He tells people not to do them because it's a lifelong thing. You can't just get off of them. It doesn't work. Arnold Schwarzenegger did that. Didn't work very well for him. So let me get back to intermediate fasting. With intermediate fasting, how it raises testosterone and human growth hormone in the morning, and don't worry, girls, you don't produce enough of that unless you take artificial human growth hormone steroids. So, when you work out in the morning, and yes, do cardio in the morning, do not fucking say cardio and think of a treadmill. The only reason you think that way is because, oh my god, they promote treadmills so much. And just walking on a treadmill like this won't do anything for you. It may slightly help your health, but it's not going to give you results. The only way to get muscle results are for weight training. You can do resistance training, which I enjoy more than weight training. I don't go to the gym and lift weights. But you know what? I enjoy being able to move fast, and when someone hits me, it doesn't hurt me. Plus, I heal incredibly fast. So why do I need to be all muscular? Which actually scares girls away. If you're too muscular, girls don't like that. Girls like guys because of their personalities. They care a little bit about looks, and that's why I just try to stay slightly fit. Would I like to be a giant bodybuilder with arms as big as my head? No! I would hate that. Someone fast like me, who does iron body conditioning and hits and rubs bricks against their body? Is gonna survive way more from a fall, from an injury, any injury, from being punched in the face. Not gonna hurt me. It may hurt for a few seconds, but that's it. I would rather do that. I would rather be defensive than offensive. That's just who I am. And I honestly just started fasting like 2 weeks, no, not even 2 weeks ago. I just started waking up at 5 in the morning and training my legs for an hour. I never did that before. I just started that less than a week ago. So if I'm not looking like a steroid bodybuilder, alright, because that's what you have seen on TV, on commercialism, on just basically ads. That's what you see. That's what you perceive as working out. But no. Working out takes years. Even for steroid users. They work hard to get what they want. What do? You buy a supplement. I used to be that dumb too. I was getting no results, and the only thing that was actually making me gain slight weight was iron body conditioning. I enjoy doing iron body conditioning mostly to my body, and I just started it on my legs. I grew up with so many leg problems. It's amazing. I grew up with clubbed feet. My patella popped out of socket. I had to, my Achilles tendon, they had to rip it open and do surgery on it. I have had so many leg injuries, it's amazing. So if I have slightly skinny legs, there's a reason. You should never just judge someone, unless you're like me, who always judges people before I meet them, on their life circumstances. Never judge someone on their life circumstances. You can be like me and hypervigilant, if you want to give it a name, or just super intuitive and clairvoyant, and you can see the person and read them, then go for it. But you shouldn't base people's faces on life experiences. Like, you see a homeless person, and you could be like my step-grandpa, who says, homeless people aren't humans. Pretty much treats them like that. Or he said before, when he met one, he said, they acted normal. It's like, yeah, they're people. Duh. They're human beings. You never know what the homeless person went through. Do you think people who are homeless are just born homeless? In some places. But they could have lost their job. They could have been a millionaire, lost their house, lost everything from a lawsuit. You don't know. So you be nice to people. But if you get a bad vibe from them, stay away from them. I've met lots of homeless people who are so nice. And they function normally. In the news, I can tell how brainwashed you are by the things you stay away from. On the news, they try to scare you. That's the point of the news, is to scare the people so they feel they need the news. That's what narcissists do. It's what abusive wives do. That's what abusive husbands do. They scare you to make you feel you need them. That's what you do. That's what they do. And it's evil. It's truly evil. They are a human being. Don't treat them like shit. What is wrong with you people who do that? What is wrong in your brain? God. Look how cute this shit is. Look at that. Look how cute and little that is. And this is the parrot. Yep. I use this one. You see, I can tell when I'm done fasting because I start coughing. I can drink more water, but I have like an ending to my fasting cycle. Today is the longest day I've ever fasted in my life. Once this clock reaches 9 o'clock, I've fasted for 15 hours. And I like intermediate fasting. That is where you eat food only when you need it. You eat breakfast, maybe you eat lunch. If you eat a huge breakfast, then you don't eat lunch. And then at 6 o'clock at night or 7, you eat a large dinner. That way in the morning you're not that hungry. What does intermediate fasting do? It actually helps your brain. I don't know how people, maybe they sun gaze, because that suppresses your appetite. I don't know how people intermediate fast. I mean fast. Just fasting in general, where they don't eat for like 3 days. I can't do that. I really can't. It's supposed to reset your immune system. So like if you have a bad body or you have bad health, it's supposed to give you amazing health benefits. And you know what? Not every muscular person is on steroids. Let me just get that out of the way. Not every muscular person is using steroids. That is just what the media has made you think. We gotta break free of this media bullshit. We really do. We have to stop believing everything everyone tells us. You have to try it. You can't just believe. It's like, oh yeah, this person murdered this person in this area. You can't go to this area or you'll die too. You have to stop. You have to go to the places. My grandma, for the longest time, when I first moved here, would always say, oh, that's a bad area. Oh, that's a terrible area. Oh, you can't go to that area. Oh, that's a terrible area. Because my uncle is a cop, and he always experiences arresting people in those areas. So, of course, he takes people down, and he's going to think that area is bad. My cousin, and I won't say his name, when we were eating dinner together, because it was like his graduation party or something from high school, he said, since he went on a ride-along, which is what you go on with a cop, you go on a ride-along, and they show you what they experience. So if you're only in this area where I live for like a day, and that is what you experience, a cop taking down people, then you're of course going to think that this area is terrible, which it isn't. I live in like the most secluded, safest neighborhood. And even all the things around me, since the homeless and the middle class are disappearing, which, yeah, it's getting less and less dangerous. And I'm not saying homeless are dangerous. I'm just saying sometimes there's a difference between homeless and psychologically impaired. Like the crazy people who will just randomly attack you. This is weed oil. I like kind of putting it in the water so it steams up to the top. You can do that. You can see one way like television, or you can actually keep going to the area and experiencing the people that live there and experiencing the shops there, talking to people, or you can just go on one ride along and see your dad beat people up and arrest people. Yeah, you're going to get the wrong idea of that area. You watch the news on television, you're going to believe one way of thinking. You're going to see, oh, that area is dangerous. The news people said that area, someone died there, then I shouldn't go there. The news is horrible. I'm not saying cops are horrible. Some cops, like my uncle, are good. They help people. And that's good. But to the people who see one thing and that's what they think forever, those people need to open their eyes and experience it. Go to the area and actually experience it over and over and over again. What I first ever considered a bad area when I first moved here, I go there almost every day now. It is not bad. It is not dangerous. The news makes you think it's dangerous. And people just in general dislike cops. It's just a general thing. So you're going to see your father taking people out, arresting them. People's defensive side gets up when they see a cop. Everyone. It's like saying one race is a certain way. The news controls us. Stop watching the fucking news. Yeah, one race will be a certain way. If the movie and TV industries, the entertainment industries, is what they call it, are going to show a black guy being the drug dealer in a show. They're going to show the black guy African American. They're going to show that character being either a drug dealer or a rapper. And so what are black people are going to do? They're going to see them as their heroes. Oh my God, they're a celebrity. And they'll have the token one black doctor in a show or something. The token black guy. And people will associate their race with the character on the show, and they'll want to do it. You know how smart, what rapper is he? I think it's 50 Cent. Do you know how actually intelligent he is? But he acts dumb for the movie and music industry. They are paid to act that way. Get that through your head. They are paid to act that way. Here's some advice. When you do intermediate fasting and you're finally going to eat breakfast, you can eat whatever the fuck you want. You shouldn't. You should eat a healthy diet all the time so you can look perfect all the time. No. If you want to eat something, eat it. But if it's like cereal, if it's just shit that's processed, yeah, nothing's going to change because you're constantly fucking your body up. I have last resort food that's processed in the freezer. I will eat it if we have no other food, but one of the things about living with my grandparents is they always overindulge. They buy food that they're not going to eat. There's always fruit that is rotting with mold in the refrigerator. Usually I eat it, or my grandma will eat one certain type of fruit, and then everything else will go bad because too much food. So I never really worry unless we're actually about to run out of food. These little Asian bun things, these are processed. I admit that, and they make me kind of cough. If you've ever eaten something and then coughed, it's because your body is rejecting it. I'm going to go end the video here and plug the computer in.